Tory Lanez has officially been sentenced for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. On August 8, 2023, Canadian rapper Tory Lanez was officially sentenced to prison for firing on Grammy Award-winning rapper Megan Thee Stallion's pinky toe. But before diving into details, let's hop back a bit to when things were heating up. Way back in 2020, when the world was battling a pandemic, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion were not social distancing. They cruised over to Kylie Jenner's mansion, where they partied all night and broke lockdown rules. But this party didn't end with a regular hangover. While they may not have gotten into trouble for breaking the rules, they certainly had bigger fish to fry as Megan ended up with a bullet to her feet. And where do you think Tory ended up? Yep, behind bars, y'all. It's like a plot from a hood movie, but this ain't no movie, it's real life. The drama is hotter than Atlanta in the summer, and everybody couldn't help but ask, who shot Megan Thee Stallion? After Megan got out of the hospital, she hit up social media, spilling the tea, but folks were skeptical. They were like, hold up, something ain't adding up here. To make matters worse for the hot girl coach, Tory's crew stepped in and straight up denied he had anything to do with it. It was like a Twitter rap battle, and trust me, it was getting more attention than the strip club in Atlanta. But here's the kicker. Meg wasn't just taking shots, she was dropping bombs. She pulled out text messages between her and Tory, and man, those texts hit harder than a bass drop. Tory was typing apologies like he was trying to win a freestyle battle, saying, "I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart." And that wasn't all. The hot girl coach revealed that Tory Lanez was crazy drunk when he popped her pinky toe, so he begged her not to report to the authorities because it would be in violation of his probation. Well, Tory didn't let Meg's receipts back him down. He dropped an album where he called out Meg as he rapped, "I ain't do it, and how the you get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones or tendons." Tory Lanez's constant denial only upset Megan Thee Stallion and her management, Roc Nation, until they were forced to press charges against him. Then came the day of reckoning for Tory Lanez. On October 8, 2020, Tory got hit with several felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm, and of course, Megan's attorneys threw in a sprinkle of bodily harm with a. It was like a courtroom rap battle, and everybody was watching to see who'd come out on top. Tory tweeted like he had a hotline to the man upstairs saying, "The truth will come to light. I have all faith in God to show that a charge is not a conviction." Well, it's 3 years later, and not only has Tory Lanez been convicted for gunning Meg's pinky toe, but he has also been sentenced to 10 freaking years in prison. Meg's camp was calling for more, saying he deserved 13 for messing with a vulnerable victim. But Tory's crew wasn't letting up either. His attorneys argued for probation and time treatment program. Being a Canadian citizen, it is unclear if Tory will be deported. Tory and Megan react to the sentencing. So after they dropped that hammer on Tory Lanez with a 10-year sentence, the vibes in that courtroom were thicker than smoke in a hot box. It was like a showdown, and the reactions from Megan Thee Stallion, Tory, and their squads were straight up electric. Now, here's how the whole sentencing went down for my man Tory. Tory, he wasn't delusional, bro. Way before that judge dropped the verdict, he knew the walls were closing in. He tried to talk his way out of it, trying to reason with the judge, but the streets already knew he was cooked. Word spread from the inside that Tory owned up, admitting he did Meg dirty with that shot to her pinky toe. He took all the heat and said it was on him, no cap. But check it, he had the nerve to ask for probation or just a little bit of time behind bars. But the judge wasn't buying it. Nah, they saw through that. They straight up called Tory out on trying to be a good guy and daddy of the year, while he was busting shots and asking Meg to dance for him at the same damn time. The judge hit Tory with that reality check. You played, now you pay. In the judge's words, actions have consequences, and there are no winners in this case. The judge said. When that 10-year sentence hit Tory, man, he was feeling it. He was breaking down in court, reminiscing about the good times he had with the hot girl coach. He said, "The victim is someone I still care for dearly to this day. She is my friend. We both lost our mothers. We would sit there and drink until we got numb." As Tory was catching them feelings, his legal crew had his back, no doubt. Jose Baez, leading the charge, came out swinging. He straight up called the sentence a low blow, saying, "We're extremely disappointed. I have seen vehicular homicide and other cases where there's death, and a defendant still gets less than 10 years. He said his sentence ain't about justice, it's about Tory's celebrity status being used as an example to the public. And Baez's words, "And he's not an example, he's a human being." Hold up, fam. The hot girl coach wasn't even in the courtroom when the judge dropped the hammer. But don't think Meg wasn't ready to let her voice be heard. She had her playbook ready. Her attorney's doing the talking, reading out that pre-written statement like it's a new verse dropping in court. In her words, Meg put it straight. She wanted Tory to own up, to take that responsibility for what he did, and then some. But it ain't just about the bullet. It's about the aftermath, how he messed with her head, how he pushed her to the edge. She put it plain and simple. I couldn't even stand sharing the same air with him in that room. It's like being tormented and terrorized at the same damn time. Meg kept it 100, with no filter in her statement as she said,
he paid bloggers to disseminate false information. He treated my trauma like a joke when I could have been dead.
She continued,
he blamed the system. He blamed the press. And as of late, he is using his childhood trauma to justify his actions.
According to the hot girl coach, she's been healing slowly. She's standing strong, but she's real about it, saying,
I'll never be the same.
It's like that scar ain't just on her body, it's in her soul. And when that verdict dropped, it wasn't just a win for Megan. It was a win for every woman who's been pushed aside, silenced, and made to feel like they ain't matter. It's like she's standing up for all those voices that got drowned out. She said of the verdict,
it was more than just a vindication for me. It was a victory for every woman who has ever been shamed, dismissed, and blamed for a violent crime committed against them.
Rappers react to Tory Lanez sentencing. When news hits the rap scene, you know Boosie Badass ain't gonna stay quiet. Soon as word got out about Tory Lanez sentencing, Boosie jumped on Instagram Live to give his 2 cents. Boosie straight up said Tory got off easy, like a light slap on the wrist. He said, I don't know how California worked. I think he'll only do 5. That's state time. Shit, in Louisiana, that would've did 40. A crime on a woman, highly televised, 40. No cap. But Boosie wasn't done spilling his truth. He had more to lay down. He speculated that Tory might just chill behind bars for a mere 3 to 5. Then boom, he'll bounce right back like a heavyweight champ. Boosie gave it to us straight. He'd be back out, stronger than ever. You can't take his talent away, bro. He'll be back. Now, if you thought Boosie was the only one dropping wisdom, here comes Wack 100. Wack didn't think Tory was going to be clocking a full decade in the joint. He laid it out.
He'll be out in 5.5, I think. He ain't gonna do the number.
Wack dove deep into the math, breaking it down. He said Tory's looking at serving about 66% of that 120-month sentence, and if he plays it by the numbers, then he'll be back on the streets around 2026 or maybe late 2028. Tory Lanez criminal record. Tory Lanez might be rocking a 10-year sentence now, but that ain't his first rodeo with the feds. Back in 2017, homeboy found himself riding backseat of a cop car in Florida's Broward County. They had him on a mixtape of charges. So picture this, Tory's chilling in his whip, a fancy 2014 Rolls Royce. When the cops pulled up on him cause his fancy ride had an expired dealer's tag, they pulled him over and it was no longer just about the tag. Dude was rolling without a valid license. But wait, it gets spicier. As they dig deeper, the cops found a little green surprise in his glove box. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. 20 grams of that sticky icky. And hold up, there's more. They found an unloaded kicking it in the center console. Tory's Rolls Royce was a whole arsenal. He was slapped with several charges. You name it. Failing to register a motor vehicle? Check. Rolling without a legit license or insurance? Check, check. Holding on to that Mary Jane? Oh, you bet. Check it off. And don't forget that concealed firearm. So here we are, Tory Lanez riding the roller coaster of the legal system once again. Only this time, it's 10 years he's paying the price for. Don't forget to subscribe for more rap trends.